Recognizing the member for Surrey-Newton.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, last week we brought up the government failure to protect British Columbians from catastrophic wildfires. These are the facts. 2004, after Kelowna fire, Filmer report identified 685,000 hectares as high risk and said that the government needed to clean this forested area around communities to protect them. Madam Speaker, after a decade of neglect, just 10% of that work that was considered high risk has been done, just 10%. Madam Speaker, last year, the Forest Practices Board report on wildfire prevention said clearly said that the Liberal government is, I quote, not addressing the hazard in a meaningful way, unquote. So my question to the minister is again this week, why is this government failing to take real, meaningful steps to prevent catastrophic wildfires and keep communities safe as they are told to do so?
Minister for Forest Lands and Natural Resource Operations.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And the member opposite is wrong. And I'm not quite sure what he doesn't see in $85 million investment in the Forest Enhancement Program in British Columbia. $85 million for fire mitigation to reduce fire risk on a landscape level across British Columbia, an additional $10 million into the Strategic Wildfire Interface Program with UBCM that is working with local governments, First Nations across the province and protect those communities on the interface area. So over $95 million investment in reducing fire risk. That's an investment, as I said last week, because we can make because we have a growing economy here in British Columbia, and we continue to focus on economic development that's providing us the resources to make those investments.
Surrey-Newton on a supplemental.
Madam Speaker, no matter how this minister can add those numbers and throw those figures, the bottom line is only 10% what he was told 12 years ago to clean up is conducted. Only 10%. And after warning, Madam Speaker, if that is not a neglect of duty of this government to protect those communities, I don't know what that is then, Madam Speaker. Warning in 2003, warning in 2014 by Forest Practices Board, Madam Speaker, and then again last year. Forest Practices Board again warned them that they're not taking action that need to be taken to protect those communities, Madam Speaker. So my question again to the minister is this. Can the minister explain why this government isn't taking real, meaningful actions rather than throwing those numbers, which represent only 10% of the work that needs to be done, so that those communities can feel that they are getting the dollar and the value for their protection, Madam Speaker, from this government, which they are not providing.
Minister for Forest Lands and Natural Resource Operations.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And again, very, very significant investment being made, over $95 million being made in protection for communities across the province. And that's why, Madam Speaker, we have over 13 communities that have achieved Fire Smart community status, recognized communities. That's why we've got a number of communities that have received Canada-wide Fire Smart recognition. Communities like Logan Lake, communities like Salmo, communities like the City of Nanaimo, all receiving Canadian Fire Smart designation. That's why we also have over 17 communities that have got Fire Smart bylaws in place in their communities, protecting their communities. We're working, it's a collective effort. It's investment from the province, investment from the government. It's collective work in local governments. It's collective work in municipalities, and a very, very important role for homeowners to Fire Smart their properties, information being provided to them. That's why we're continuing to make that investment, but it takes a collective effort of all of the communities across the province to address this risk.